Today, I am showing you how to create and design a Thanksgiving activity placemat. And I will also show you how to create and design a Thanksgiving booklet, an activity booklet. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm already in Canva. Let me head over to my projects. And this is going to be sized at 8.5 by 11, but of course you can do yours the size that you want, 8.5 by 11 or 11 by 17, whatever size is best for you. And so now we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so I have my 8.5, well, 11 by 8.5 template that is here, right? And so I've already generated some images, of course, using Dolly, using my AI art. And I am going to use two of the images that I have on the sidelines. So this one is going to be my main image right here. This is my cute little girl. I'm going to remove the background from her, so that is gone. And then I'm going to place her here for right now. This will be my placeholder until I decide exactly where I'm going to go. Now, I do want to make the background of this, I think that I want to have stripes. So let me go over and select an element on the side, which is going to be just a square that I'm going to stretch out into a rectangle. And then I'm going to change the color of it. All right, so just make it smaller. I'm going to have some lines, so to be striped like. All right, so we have this line here, and then just move it up to the top. Then I want to change the color of this to be one of the colors that is found in her headband. We'll start with orange first. Duplicate that, bring it down some, and then I want to change the color of that to be the yellow. Duplicate it, and then I want to change the color of that one to be the green. Duplicate it, and then change that color to be the brown. Let's see if we can find the brown with our turkey. Be right there. All right. So then I want to duplicate this one again, just to have one more. I'll make it smaller because I want them to be even lines. I want to have all the colors. Let's see, move it up some. Let's see, making sure that all of my lines are even, 11.5. This is, and sometimes you'll have to make what I'm doing larger just so I can get the sizing that I want. So we have, all right, bring this one up here, and then go down to 0.4. Bring this one up here, and we do 0.4 again. And I am going to duplicate some of my lines just so I have it's even the amount of lines below. So I'm just going to hold my shift key down and just duplicate. We have that here. Bring this one right down one more time here. Okay, now I'm going to highlight. Let me remove my girl for a minute. Move her to the side. I'm going to highlight all of my lines, and then I am going to click on these three dots, and then I am going to go to align space evenly and click on tidy up just to make sure that they're all equally spaced out. I'm going to bring this down some to make sure it's in the middle. So now we have the equal amount of lines on top and bottom. Now go back to my little girl that I had earlier, and I will place her back here, remove that background so that she is now in the middle, and I am going to make her smaller and have her like so. I'm going to again go back over to my elements. I want to grab my square again, and I am just going to stretch it out so that it covers this in its entirety. And then I am going to change the color to white, and then I will decrease the transparency or opacity, however you want to say it, so that it is there. I move my girl up to the front, and now we are going to be ready to begin to create. Move her forward right here. And for this rectangle square, I'm going to go to my border style and add a border around it. I want to decrease the border weight to about 2 and let that be it. Okay, so this is where we're working from right now for our activity placemat. I want to include several things. The first thing that I want to include is going to be a tic-tac-toe. So I'm just going to type in tic-tac-toe because, and remember, all the elements that I'm going to show you that I'm using are free elements within Canva. I do not know if you have the Pro or not. So all the elements that I'm going to be using tonight are going to be free so that you can do exactly what I do and generate your own. So this is one tic-tac-toe. I'm going to place it right here on a cat corner at an angle. Then I'll place another one up here at another angle. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. A little bit smaller here and right here. And then I will type in tic-tac-toe just so they know what it is. Tic-tac-toe. Alright. And then I'll bring that down to here. Now, of course, you can choose to use a font that's somewhat playful. They have different fonts, of course, that come within Canva. So let's find something that looks kind of playful, looks kind of kid-like. I'm going to go with the school type of fonts and see what's offered there. So we have School Bell. That font is there. We have, that's included in Canva. We have Finger Paint. I think we'll go with Finger Paint. All right, so we have tic-tac-toe. And then let's move this down here. So this is our tic-tac-toe section. Next, I am going to include a maze. All right. And again, all the elements that I'm going to be using are free so that you can go back and do the exact same thing that I did. So they have various types of mazes here as well. So you can look and see what they have here. I am going to choose this one and then make it a bit smaller and bring it up here. And then I want to include a turkey because I want my instructions to be to help the turkey get through the maze, right? So we'll have this turkey that's right here and make it smaller. Bring our maze down some so I can include my directions. And then bring our turkey up here. And then Just simply say help the turkey get through the maze. Alright, so change my box again. Go back to the font that I selected, which was finger paint, and change that to finger paint. Kind of stretch it out some. I'm going to make it smaller. Then bring it up here and do this. Alright, so we're helping the turkey get through the maze. We have this here. Kind of bring our turkey over some. Make him a bit smaller. And bring him down like so. Alright, so we have our tic-tac-toe and we have our maze. Now I want to include the words Happy Thanksgiving. Alright, Thanksgiving. And I want to go to my effects and I want to have a hollow for this because I want to make it bigger, because this is going to be what they color in. You know what, I said I want my little girl there, but I want to take her off for right now. She may go on something different because I want to make sure that I have my items together for what I need. So I'm going to bring my maze down here, shift this over some, bring my turkey down to right here. All right, Happy Thanksgiving goes right here. Back at my effects, I want to have it kind of curved, not all the way, but somewhat, so it's semi-curved. So you have that right here. But I think I want to change my font to be something that is a tad bit thicker. So again, I am going up to the fonts, going to, let's see what we have in the headings, because I want it to be something that is going to be thicker. Let's see. It's right here. So Happy Thanksgiving. We have this right here. All right, Happy Thanksgiving. And this is one that they can color. Okay, so our activity sheets are something that we have placed on the table to help keep the kiddos busy, right? So in the middle of this, excuse me, I'm going to create a word find. So I have to have my shape. I'll have my shape that is here. It's going to be my rectangle, square type thing. Now I want to include a border around it. We have a border weight of 40. But for the inside, I don't want there to, well, I want the color to be white. Okay, so we have our border here around our shape. Now I have to type in my words, but I'm going to do this first. I am going to go to my elements, add in another square rectangle below this one, because this is going to be my legend, my key for all of the words that they would have to find. Excuse me. Okay, and I move my tic-tac-toe over some. So this will be what they have to use in order to find all of the words. That'll be the legend. So this down here. All right. Again, I'll make this white. I'm going to give it a border. Okay, so, and I can probably bring it down some too. Right here. And here. All right, so let me type in my words. I'm going to have 8 words. The first word is turkey. Put that there. And I'm just going to copy it, so they're pretty much going to be the same size. Pie. Duplicate. Pie. Duplicate that one. All right, bring it down here, and this is going to be feast. All right, duplicate it. Bring it over here, and this word is going to be thanks. Yep, some too. And since I say y'all, when I'm designing, I have to increase my wording, my words, my image, so I can see. And I'll move these over so they'll be kind of even too. Thanks. And then I want to have the word corn. All right. Duplicate that one. Bring it down here. And I want to have the word fall. Okay. Duplicate that one. Bring it over here. Then I want to have, I have turkey, I have pie, I have feast, I have thanks, I have corn, I have fall. I want to have the word family. All right, family is here. Duplicate this one and let this be the word pumpkin. Okay. 6, 7, 8. Alright, so let me shift some of my words around just so that they look good. Alright. So this is the part, you know, it may take some time. We have to shift and move things around. And right now I'm just trying to make sure that my words are lined up correctly. All right, I need one more word. Let's see. I have pumpkin, corn. I'm gonna put smiles. All right, so I'm going to switch the words pumpkin and smiles around. Switch those two words. Switch those two words around. So, all right, move pie over here. And I realized that I made the word pie larger than what I intended when I shifted around. All right, so I have smiles. All right, move smiles to the bottom. Move pie up to the top. Bring fall down to the middle. Just trying to ensure that we have some cohesiveness and some type of order. All right, so these are the words. Now, this is the part where we have to ensure that we have the letters and the words up top. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to my elements and I'm going to ask for a table. Okay? I'm going to insert this table here. Now, with this table, you are able to add more lines. You can add columns, you can move it left. All these things can be done. So I am going to add more columns because I want to ensure that I have enough spacing for all of my words. Of course, I have to make it smaller because it has to fit inside of my square that I have here. So I'm going to bring it down some and smush it over to ensure that it's going to fit. Now I'm doing this because I want to make sure that I have the right number of letters. All right. I want to make sure I have the right number of letters. So I cannot make this any smaller, but I will be able to size my rows equally. I will be able to change the sizing of my square that's behind it. So I'm going to go ahead and move that out the way. All right. So I'm going to add in some more because my motto is it's better to have more than less. And we'll figure it out as we go along, okay? All right. So the first word is turkey. So I'm going to put in my T. T is right here. So my longest word is pumpkin. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we can't do a lot of crossways, which, okay. So we will stick with this. So we have our Turkey. So turkey is here. Duplicate that T and put my U here. Put the U right there. Duplicate that U. Make that an R. All right. Duplicate that. Make that a K. Duplicate this one. Make it an E. And then duplicate this one and make it a Y. So this is how you are going to set up your word scramble. So you have to have your letters there, and I'm trying to make sure all of my letters are even and everything. So all right, so trying to get those things even. So that's turkey. So I'm going to go ahead and just put these words in here. So if I'm not talking, that's what I'm doing. So just follow along and you can see exactly how you can create your very own word scramble for your activity sheets. All right, pie is done. Now let's not have space for that one. Pumpkin is a long word, so I'll come over here, K. I. N. I'm doing it backwards, y'all. N-I-K. P. U. It's hard spelling stuff backwards. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay, so Nikpm U P. Oof. Pumpkin. I promise y'all I can spell, but it's so hard to do this thing backwards. That's why I wrote it down on the side so I could go back and make sure that I was spelling it correctly. And right now I'm trying to get all my letters to be equal. When I finish, I will do my tidy up feature within Canva, but I still want to do this as I'm going along. All right, so we have the word pumpkin, and that was the longest word that I have on here. All right, so the next word is going to be corn, and I'm going to come right here and do C. O. R. And then N. All right, that is corn. And again, try to shift everything on. All right, so we have corn taken care of. The next word we have is feast. So I'm going to come right here and do F. E. A. S. Then have my T. Okay, so this is the word feast. So slowly but surely it is coming together. Now I have 3 more words to do, which is thanks, family, and fall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if I can do family. 1, 2, 3, 4. I may have to take off the word family because I'm not going to have no space for it in this setting. And for the purpose of this video, because I'm not trying to keep y'all long, I'll just take it off. So F, this is going to be A. Alright, then we have our L. And then we have our next L right here. And our next L will be on top, and that is the word fall. Alright, so we have F-A-L-L. So the 2 words that we could not fit on here were thanks and family and smiles. So I'll take those off below, which is fine. Thanks, family, and smiles. So we take those words off. I will shift these things around so that we can have them be even. Okay, move this here. Here. All right, so all the words. So now I'm just going to fill in just random letters to confuse the kiddos so they have to look hard, maybe, perhaps, to find the words. So this was a quick and dirty way to show you how to create your very own word scramble, word find, whatever you want to call it, because you know, I'm a big believer in, if you can create something yourself, then go ahead and do it. You know, I also pay people stuff. Sometimes I don't feel like having the time to create myself, but this short tutorial will show you how you can create your very own word scramble, word find, and let it be what you need to be for your occasion, right? And this is also another add-on that you could add to if you are a party planner. If you sell party items, this could be an add-on that you could add. An add-on you can add. All right, so I'm just adding in random letters here just to just for fillers and to let it be a little bit more than what it already is. So I only need one more letter. I'm just adding the random stuff, really. There's no rhyme or reason what I'm doing. All right, so this is our word find. So let me go over here. I'm going to remove this. Okay, just push this off to the side. Now I'm going to try something, y'all. I want to try to highlight all of my letters in attempts to make them get tidy up, so we can have them be evenly spaced all throughout. So let's see. All right, so I'll move this out the way too, because whatever I click on, it's going to highlight. So sorry, just a little bit of shift. We can move it back, just some shifting. All right, so now we're here. I'm going to highlight my letters. All right, I want to highlight my. All right, highlight my letters, and then I'm going to go to my 3 dots, and then I'm going to go to tidy up. And you see how it shifted and put everything in place? So now they are equally spaced apart. Okay, so now I'm going to get rid of my column, my table, because I no longer need it, because I have everything where I need it to be. So I'm going to delete that table. I am going to bring back my lines here, which may be a bit too much. I'll bring them back up. All right, so the lines are back in place. I'll bring this back down. So now it is back in place. And then I'm going to bring this back down. So it is back in place. So everything is back in place where I had it before. Now, if you wanted to do this table first prior to anything else, that would also, be helpful, so you wouldn't have to keep on going back and shifting and moving things. I'm going to group these so I can move them all together at once. Bring this up. So now this is here as well. And so this is going to be my Thanksgiving word find. And I like to put my title of things there. Not that they can't understand and see what is there, but I like to just have it there as a marker so they know what they're doing and all that. So I'm going to put word search on top of it. All right, so word search is there. Have this right here. I'm going to make sure that it's bolded so that it stands out. And that is our word search. I'm going to duplicate that and bring it up here just so it has its own little box and title thing too. I know a lot of boxes going on, but you can't, this is just my version. Everyone does their own thing, and their own thing is done differently. This is just the Royal Statements way. So you choose for yourself how you want to do this when you offer this for your customers, when you do this for the kids at home. All right, so now we have our word search. Now, the next thing that I want to do is I want to have a section in there for them to write down the things they're thankful for, write down one thing they're thankful for, and then I want to have them do a little search to count the number of turkeys that are pumpkins that are on this activity sheet. So that's another activity for them as well. So first I want to just write I am thankful for, and they can fill in the blank. I am thankful for. And we have our line. Okay. Now I want to change the font of this. Right here. Change the font of this to be what we used earlier, which was the finger paint. All right, I'm thankful for, and they can fill that in right here. And then I am going to type in pumpkins. Remember, all of my elements are free. All of my elements are free. So I want them to find pumpkins that are going to be randomly placed on this Placemat activity, and they can count up the number of pumpkins that they see. So, and I'll put them in random places where they might not think, oh, why is it there? You know, just to have another little fun thing on the sheet. So, we have it here. Gotta turn it to another one. Bring this one over here. This will be our placeholder, our marker. And then how many pumpkins do you see? Okay. And then bring this up here. Slide this down some. Slide this down some. Change the font to be the finger paint. And then I'm going to add a line on top of the pumpkin, because that's where they'll place their number. And then copy this, and then just put down here pumpkins. Again, going back to the same font that we used earlier. All right, so blank pumpkins. How many pumpkins do you see? And you know, fill in the blank. That's down there. All right, so we have this. You know what, y'all? I'm not really feeling these lines, so I am going to delete them because it's not giving what I wanted it to give. No worries, completely fine. Right, so when I move, I have this square right here, but I can then take that off as well. And I think I want to find some leaf silhouettes. Just something that can be used as an outline for this. Let's see if I can find some leaf silhouettes. Something that they can color in, or find like a vine or something. Leaf outline. All right, leaf outline. Just to give it another type of oomph to it. So again, all of my elements that I'm going to be using are going to be free elements. Okay, so we have this that is here. Make it smaller and bring it up here. And then we have, another one. We have this as a free element. Make it smaller. Bring it up here. And then I'm going to flip it to go the opposite direction. And then I will make it a tad bit smaller. And this is going to be my border for this. So this border is going to go around the entirety of this placemat setting. And so this will be another item for them to color in. We're going to group it. and then I'm going to duplicate it. I keep on these up. We're going to group it, and then group it, ungroup first. All right, group it, and now we're going to oh, I keep on going too far. Sorry, y'all. Ungroup, group, then duplicate, and then we're going to just have this go around the edge of our paper as our border. That's also going to be another spacing for them to color. Yes, I see my turkey and my maize here. No worries. Yes, I'm going to make some adjustments so that it will not be in the way. So bring this right here and keep on going. So I have my border that is here. Duplicate, duplicate. And as you can see, once you start going, it will automatically space things out for you. So there's no need for you to have to worry about the spacing, because it will do that automatically for you once you keep on going X amount of times. All right, so this one is kind of high up. All right, so duplicate this one, have to move it over, and now it should go around my border and be what I need it to be. It's still too far apart though, so bring these a little bit closer. Bring it closer, closer, closer. Closer, closer, closer. All right. I am going to ungroup, group, duplicate again, because now it's going to go on the top of the placemat, and then we will fix the other parts of it. All right, so bring it down this way right here. All right, click here, ungroup, group, duplicate, 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 duplicate. Yes, this can be somewhat tedious. It can be. But once you get it going, it will be what you need it to be. And as you can see, it was duplicating, but it did not duplicate evenly. So now I'm just going back through to shift things around so that they're even. And I don't need one there. I'll take those two off because that goes along the edge over here. All right, so make sure all these is tidied up. All right, click here, here, here. Click on my 3 dots. I go to my align elements. Sometimes the tidy up feature is there, sometimes it's not. I can't tell you why. So let's see if I can center. Sure don't want to do that, so take that off again. And so maybe this is already tied up, that's why it's not doing that. But I do want to move it up some because I do not want it to get cut off. So I'll shift it up some. Because for this one, I am not going to print borderlessly because I have, it's white in the back. So I want to have extra spacing around the edge, so I won't do the borderless print, and therefore I need to make sure that everything is in tip-top shape. So when your items are evenly spaced, then the tidy up option will not be there. So I'm going to highlight these and group them all together so that when I need to move my border, they will all move together and I won't have to worry about them being excluded. So I'm going back through to highlight and select all of my border and group them so that they're all together. So like I said earlier, when I go to move them and shift them around, they will all be together, like so. See? All together. I did that because I have to make sure, as I said earlier, that my elements that are on the edge will not be cut off when I print, because I'm not going to print borderlessly. I will have that whatever white border will be there. So I'm just going through and I'm going to group all of my elements together, as I said earlier, so that when I go to print, it'll all be there. All right. How many pumpkins do you see? I can probably bring that down some. Have this right here. Move tic-tac-toe up. Have one right here. Other one right here. Probably make them smaller so they're not overlapping each other. And then let's bring this pumpkin right here. Get this pumpkin out of my border. And so right now it's just a part of just shifting, moving things around. I'm just shifting, moving things around. All right, move my turkey over here, and my maize. I'm gonna move my maize up, make it a tad bit smaller. So that is here, and then shift it down. Shift it down some. Bring my directions up here, make them smaller. Here, and then put my turkey right here. So this leaves me with another spacing and something over here. So one thing, I really do think that simplicity is best. I don't want to overcrowd this, but I do want to fill in this spacing that is here. So let's see what I can do. I am going to add in something else for them to color, because we don't have a lot of coloring type stuff. So I add in, let's see, I add in this pumpkin. Place the pumpkin here for them to color in. No, not a pumpkin, because they are doing pumpkins, right? So I will place a turkey. I'll put a turkey there, turkey outline. I don't want them to be confused about what I want them to do, but I also want them to have activities and things that they can do while they're doing this. So again, we are looking for a free turkey that they can color in. It's going to be this turkey right here. All right, so bring him down here, make him smaller. Let's see, how small can we go without him being too? Okay, so we have our turkey, that is here. And then I'm just simply going to type in the word gobble gobble. And that's going to be it, y'all. And this is our activity sheet. So before you start creating and designing, you want to make certain that you know what you are going to include. You want to make sure you know all the activities you want to place here. And then the whole premise is to create something. You want it to be busy for the kids, but not too busy. But it still needs to be something that will keep their attention. So this is my Thanksgiving activity sheet. I tried to leave enough spacing around the border so that when I print out, because I'm not printing, I think I might take it off. Let's see, how does that look without it being there? No, it needs to be there. I tried to leave enough space around my border so that it would not get chopped off. So I'm just playing around with it right here. I think I want to take that off of there because, yeah, take that off. Make Happy Thanksgiving bigger again so that it is there. And this is our Thanksgiving activity mat for the kiddos. So yeah, so I will have another video, part 2 of this video, after I have printed it out so you can see how it looks. And this is going to be for the kids to have at their table for Thanksgiving. So I'm just, because I'm still here, I'm shifting and moving things around, trying to get things to be, but you know, there's nothing is perfect. But I do want to make my letters. I want to group all these letters together. That way when I shift and move it around, it'll shift and go with me. Something got moved over. This A got moved over. And so did this R. So alright, so highlight this all over again. I want to group it. And then I'm going to put this back on top of it. So this is here. This is already grouped. Move this up some right here. And this is our placemat. We do have some color, but for the most part, they do have to color in things and do things on their own. So I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions, please comment on the video and ask the questions that you have. And I would love to see your creations. If you don't have time to create from scratch, no worries. I will have this available as a template as well. But this is the Thanksgiving activity placemat.